Hello everyone. This is Tushar Pingde and I'm a senior business analyst in Kylas. Today's webinar is all about lead layout customization in Kylas CRM. Okay? This feature will help you to create different layouts for the different profiles. You can edit those created layouts and assign different layout for the different profile. Let's say you have a marketing team which collects only first name, last name, phone number and email ID for you. Okay, then lead goes to sales team where they can call the lead and add more information over that lead, like requirement, in which project or product they are interested in, right? So in order to gather those information for sales team, you need more fields over your form. But in case of marketing team, which does not have that much time to gather such a information in a very short time, they you can show only those required fields which are very important to just capture that lead into system, then goes into your sales process, right? So let me show my screen and I will show you how you can create a layout and how you can assign different layout for the different profiles. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. So in order to create a layout, yeah, first you need to sign in into your Kylas account. You'll see a Kylas dashboard over here. Just go to CRM settings, and in order to create a new layout, you need first permissions to create a layout. Only those users can create layout which has those required permissions, right? So first of all, go to profile permissions and create a profile or just edit a profile by giving the permission to create a layout. You will see under configuration there is a layout. Here, in order to give a create permission over layout, just toggle this create layout on. If you give this read all permission, then your users can see all the created layout in the system, but they won't be able to edit. Okay, and if you give update all permission, then uh, whoever users is having this profile on their account will be able to update the or edit existing layouts. Okay, right now I'm giving a permission to create a layout. Now once you give this permission, just go to customization, and under customization you will see a layout option over here. As you can see, I had given a read all permission to my user. That's why I can see all the created layouts over here, right? Now, as you can see, I had given a read all permission to my user. That's why I can see all the created layouts over here, right? Now, let me show you the existing layout, a system generated layout that you get when you first sign up on your Kylas account. Okay, so this is one user. Let's say this is the admin user which has admin profile. And if I goes to add lead, you can see all the fields available over here. No matter whether the fields are active or not, they are all visible over my layout. Let me show you with another example, that is with a limited, a restricted user. Okay, so this is one of my restricted user. Okay, VP. If I go to manage users, you can see his profile as a restricted user, which is associated as marketing profile. Okay, now if I click on add lead, this user also can see all the fields over here. Does not matter these fields are relevant to him or not, because he is the marketing person for me and he just want I just want him to add only first name, last name, email ID and phone number, and that's it, short time. So now I want to create a layout in such a way for my marketing as well as my sales team. Like the layout, create layout will be different for marketing team, and edit lead layout different for my sales team, because sales team is anyway going to add more information over the existing leads, right? So now in order to create a new layout, just go to layouts, and here you will see a new layout. Just click on this new layout. Here you have to select which layout you want to create. This is the add lead layout and this is the edit lead layout. The difference between add lead layout and edit lead layout is that you can create a layout by selecting add lead layout. Like whenever you are going to add a lead, it will show one form of layout over here. If you select edit lead layout, then all the existing lead that you want to edit will be having a different type of fields over the form. Okay, now let's say I'm creating add lead layout. Once I click on the add lead layout, this form pops up. Okay, here I can rename this form. Like let's say I'm creating this form for my marketing team. I will name it as marketing. Yeah, now I want to create a section. So what is sections? Let me introduce the section. So you can see on over the form, this is general information section, under which all the general information fields will be there. Okay, under communication you will see a communication related fields. Under professional you will see a company related fields. Let me show all the fields, and then you can see under requirement there are some fields. Under campaign information there are certain fields. So now it's up to you which field you want to put in which section. Okay, so that section can be created over the lead form layout. So now I am adding a section, let's say basic info. I have created this section. Now I can add fields under this section. So as a marketing person, I need to capture first name of the lead and last name of the field. Okay, I have created this section and I have put two fields over there. Now I want to add more section, so I will click on this add new section and I will name it as contact info, where I can put contact related fields like let's say email, phone numbers, right? So I have put two fields. If I want to give a preview, I can click on the preview. Here you can see the first name, last name, along with their section, also a contact info like a phone number and email. Now if you want to remove this field, you can either remove field from here or you can just drag this field and drop over here. Okay, right now I'm keeping the fields as it is. Also you can mark that field as required. So let's say I'm marking that as required, you will see a star mark over here. If I make it as a optional, then star mark will vanish. Okay, let's say I have added a section and I have pulled some fields. Now I don't want this section to be added over my layout, which I will be assigning to marketing team. So I can directly remove this section, whole section, by click on this. The warning will pop up. When I click on yes, the section will be removed. That's how you can create such a layout as per your requirement for the different profiles. Now let's say I have created a layout. I will click on the save and next. You can see a success message that lead layout has been created. Now it will ask you to which profile you want to show this layout. Okay, there are two options over here: make it default layout or select profile. When I click on this make it default layout, okay, so all the profile irrespective of which layout they have assigned to or assigned with, all will be listed over here. So no matter whether they are seeing existing system layout or not, all the profiles will be seeing this layout. Okay, because this layout I have marked as default. If I select this option like select profile for a layout, I can select for which profile I want to show this add lead form layout. Now right now I am selecting marketing. Okay, let me show you once again that this marketing person is still seeing all the fields over this form. Okay, now let's say I have assigned this new created layout for my marketing team and I'm saving this. Okay, lead marketing layout has been created. You can see created date and created by updated by. Okay, now let me log in once again with this marketing person profile. If I go to add a lead here, now I can see as a marketing person I am just allowed to fill this information like first name, last name, phone number of the lead and email. Okay, so that's how I can create a add lead form for the different profile. Now let's create a edit lead form for my sales team, because sales team are eventually going to work on the added lead. Like they will bring that lead into sales pipeline and will call follow up and gather in more information about the requirement. Like so, now I will go to new layout. Here I will select edit lead layout because my marketing team has already created layout. Now lead has already available in my Kylas. Now as sales profile, I want to edit those layout and add more information. So what I will do, I will click on edit and will give name sales team. I will add a section as before, like requirement, let's say, and I will pull the fields. Okay. So as a salesperson, I want my salesperson to capture the requirement by getting follow up with the lead. I want to track their location, in which the location they are interested in, and I want to update the pipeline as well for those leads because I want those leads to come into my sales pipeline, right? So I have created such a sections for my sales team. If I get a preview, I can see a sections added over here and fields under that sections. Now if I want to make any other fields as a required, I can make it as required. Okay, I'm making this pipeline as a required field. Now let's say I click on save next. Okay, so I don't want uh, to show this layout, edit layout for all the profiles. I want for my salesperson only to see this edit field edit for lead layout. Okay, so I will select a sales profile. Okay, and we'll save it. Now let's log in with the sales profile person. Now this is my restricted layout which has sales profile. Okay, if I go to quick lead, it's still seeing all the fields over there because I had not selected this profile to see only first name, last name, and email, phone number fields over the add lead form, right? Because I don't want to show very limited set of fields to my salesperson. But let's say my salesperson have already created a lead. Okay, so my marketing person already have created lead. Now as a salesperson I want to add more information, like you can see as a salesperson I can see only first name, last name of the lead, email, as well as phone number of this lead. So as an admin I don't want my salesperson to change this information, like I don't want my salesperson to change this email or a phone number or a name. I just want to add I just want them to add more information on this lead. So as a salesperson, if I going to add this, edit this lead, I cannot see those fields like first name or email to be updated, right? Only those fields can be shown over here that I want to get updated. Like let's say this is the requirement. I am selecting any of the product. As a salesperson I want to bring this lead into my pipeline, so we select a pipeline. State is already captured, city is also there. If not, then I can add by getting follow. And if I save this, you can see all the added information over here. So this is how as an admin I can now create different layouts for my different profiles. So it can be restricted to update existing information, as well as if I want them to be restricted for adding only those kind of information which are relevant to their profile, then I can create such a profile, such a layout for those profiles. If I come to the layout sections, here you can see all my created layouts for the different profiles. If I go to view profiles over here and click on this, then from here I can see this marketing layout is associated with which profile. We can see this marketing layout is now associated with marketing team, and if I click on this, then this layout is associated with sales profile. You can also see a type of layout, whether it's a custom or a system. If you scroll right, there is ellipsis. If you click on this, you can edit the existing layout, and if you want to remove any of the field, let's say I don't want this state field, I can remove it and save it. So this way I can edit the existing created layout. Okay, also let's say this profile is on this layout is only showing for the sales team. I want to make it as a default, I will go to ellipsis. I will click on this ellipsis and will mark as default. So all the profile which does not associated with any of the layout will be seeing this created layout. If I now click on the view profile, you can see all the rest of all the other profiles are associated with now associated with this newly created layout. Okay, there's another action that, let's say I want to deactivate it. I can simply deactivate by click on the ellipsis menu, and from the overflow menu I will deactivate, or else I can activate and deactivate from its details page. Okay, the one more thing is that, let's say there are only I don't want to create a layout from the scratch. I have already created layout. I just want 2 or 3 more fields to be added in the existing layout for my different profile, right? So I will click on this, and there is a clone option over here. I will clone this layout. It's a already created layout. You can see a copy text over here. And if I want to remove any fields, I will remove those fields. Okay, and I will save it. That's it. So I don't need to create a new layout from very scratch, but I will clone that existing layout to create a new layout. So this way, my different profiles under one account will have a different set of fields over those their add lead or edit lead layout forms. Okay, how to create and add a lead form layout. Now we have seen how to edit existing layout, also how we can assign the different profile for the different layouts, right? Okay then, thank you. thank you attending Thank you for attending this webinar. Okay, we'll meet in the next webinar. Thank you very much.